Hey, don't get me started in here. Well, don't get me started, boy. All right, let's go. Welcome to
All
the Brady
right.
Hope Show. What's going on, Hope?
Oh man, nothing, man. Just been a great past weekend. I took my wife, family down to the beach. My wife
Yeah.
enjoyed herself, and we enjoyed everything. It was a birthday weekend, pretty much. So
Happy birthday.
yeah, yeah, man, got it in, man. Love going down to Destin, man. Whenever we can get
Yeah.
down that way, it's definitely helps to recharge the batteries.
Cool. Yeah. Beach time.
hmm
Yeah. That's what's going.
Yeah, you
That's
have
what's
you
up
have you
now.
been to Destin before?
No. It always puts me in the mind of Key West. I've been to Key West,
Yeah.
but
Well,
uh, but
if
but
you've been
but
to a
haven't been
beach
to Destin.
town, yeah, it's pretty much the same. You're just in a different
hmm
location, but
Yeah. Yeah. That's all good there, man. Beach.
you know, yeah,
Beaches are fun. Beaches.
t-shirts and sandals. A lot of that going
Hey,
on.
a lot of that going on. Ain't never wrong with that at all, man. And a margarita.
There you go.
Ain't never wrong with that,
Speaking of
man.
that, yeah, Margaritaville, yeah,
Yes, sir.
there's a nice little place there called Margaritaville, and that's all you hear is Jimmy Buffett.
Yes. Look, man. That's one thing, man. I would never complain about hearing Jimmy Buffett. No time is the wrong time for Jimmy Buffett.
The funny thing, as soon as we walked by there, I mean, that first thing came to my mind was a drink, getting something to drink. So I'm here, I'm hearing Jimmy Buffett. Everybody got
Yeah.
colors on,
Yeah.
and everybody being festive with drinks. The first thing was like, "Where my drink?"
Yeah. Right. Right. Exactly. Margaritaville, man. So that's all good, man. I'm glad y'all had a good time down there, brother.
Yeah, it was
That's
great,
what's
great.
going. It's all good, man. Shout out to my boy Jay. Grandboy graduated from Decatur High. So he happy to get up out of there. We happy to get him out of there. So well, I appreciate it, boy. I tell you, boy, it's something else trying to get him up out of there. Picking him up
I
from
know.
school, taking him to school sometime, all of it, man.
Yeah, man. I know.
Yeah, so
Good deal,
happy
good
about
deal,
that.
man.
And he will be attending the historically black college of Tuskegee University, Alabama.
Yeah, that's
So,
what's up.
so, so
Yeah,
you
that's
know
that's what.
the
Yeah, that's
great George Washington Carver and the Tuskegee Airmen, all the way to the Commodores.
yeah, man. So has he decided what he wants to study, or he just kind of like
he
just
he
figure it
will
out?
he will be no, we ain't got no money for that. So figure it out now. He's going to be a computer science major,
Okay, okay,
a computer
yeah. Well,
science
hey, that's
major,
yeah.
and I think he wants to concentrate and go into cybersecurity.
Okay, all
So
right. Well,
uh, so so
that's great, man. I
so
mean,
we'll see what
yeah,
happens
just
there.
yeah. Well, good luck to him on
Ye-
that.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. So I said, hey man, you're gonna have to get your math in and get the engineering courses in, and make sure you get those internships in the summertime, so, or whenever you get them internships in.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
a must.
Yeah, definitely knock on some doors. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So look, want to go ahead and thank everybody for joining the Brandon Hope Show. Whether you're listening to us live or whether you listening to us on YouTube channel, we appreciate you. So we got a lot of talk for you tonight. So we gonna quick little MMA talk, little WWE, not a whole lot. And we gonna hit this SEC. We're gonna hit this SEC talk one more time, man. We're gonna hit it one more time, but we ain't gonna stay on it. We're gonna talk about the Falcons schedule release because we talked about it last week, just before the release. So release happened. We kind of know what's going, and so we want to talk about some takeaways and some maybe some early predictions. And we're definitely gonna do some NBA championship talk, NBA playoff talks rather. And so with that, thanks for joining the Bread Hope Show. We are based in Atlanta, Georgia, and we talk about sports primarily in the state of Georgia, but wherever you are from, feel free to talk about your favorite team and speak on it. Hover, what you got?
Yeah, I want to go ahead and give some quick shout outs to the Dirty Bird Nation,
You.
NFC South fans, Falcons First and 10, the Enhanced Sports Show with Lou Show. I guess Lou be joining us later. Mo
Lou.
Brown Stick Sensation, and Atlanta Old School Drummers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So look, man, real quick, man, on Netflix, man, MMA, it wasn't UFC, but it was another brand with I think Jake Paul got his brand of MMA out there. And so it was some good fights,
Mhm.
man. It was actually some good fights, some knockouts. You know, that's what you want to see. Nate Diaz got his ass beat to a pulp. So he about to sit it on down and give it on up because he got beat to a pulp. But you also had uh, uh, Ronda Rousey. So she I forget the young lady's name that she fought. I just on the tip of my tongue. Should have wrote it down. But at any rate, she won. You know, in true Ronda Rousey fashion. If you remember her back in the day, her claim to fame was the arm bar, and she won a lot of matches. I think she broke a record winning the most matches under 30 seconds or something like that. And so she won this one in 17 seconds, man. The young lady went out there and tried to strike her, didn't work, and she did a quick grinding pocket. Because she's an expert in jujitsu. I think it's jujitsu or judo, one of them or both. And man, she took it down to the mat, man. It was a wrap, man. She got a hold of that arm, got into position, man, and almost broke that thing. And so they're like, hold up. But I think the big talk, other than how quick she won the fight, was the embrace at the end because they knew each other, you know. And
Mhm,
at the end,
mhm.
both of them were crying because the lady she fought against, she was coming back. You know, she'd been around for a while too. She'd been around probably longer than Rousey, especially in that weight class. So and she took a lot for her to come back because she had gained a lot of weight and all that good stuff. So they fought and they just happy that they got it in. You know, after so many, you know, after such a long layoff. And so, Ronda, I don't know if she gonna fight again, but she definitely wanted to just see if she still had it, and she gonna move on and do other things. And I really don't know if she want to mix it up with these young broads out here, man. And so, the young starters, I don't think she want to do that. And
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I didn't see them. I saw the highlight. I mean, like you said, 17 seconds of of entertainment.
yeah,
But yeah, man. I mean, hey, man. Jay Paul is all I gotta say. Man, get a man credit. He knows how to entertain.
yeah,
That
yeah,
he knows how to bring entertainment value and put money in people's pockets.
you're
You
correct,
know,
sir.
hey,
And he
I'm not mad at him.
every I mean everybody can't do that. Everybody
No,
kind of
no.
want to do it, but everybody can't do that. And
Well,
so,
it's but it's real simple though, Brad. I mean, we talked about it before. If the numbers are there, it's gonna the dollar's gonna come. So he's got the following, he's got the numbers, and he's proven it. With
yeah,
these fights. With
yeah,
Tyson, and he's proven that he can bring entertainment value for Netflix, and
yep,
everybody wins. Right? It's not even about it's just the fact that for entertainment purposes, everybody
yeah.
wins. And regardless of whether you get
Regardless,
17 seconds of entertainment, the numbers
yeah,
are there.
the
So,
numbers are there,
hey
and they got
man,
paid.
yeah, oh yeah, hey man, his promotion. I mean, that's the way to do it. I'm not like I said, man. Hey,
I mean, but
so I
you
just
can't. Yeah,
go ahead.
go ahead, go ahead.
Now, I just wanted to go ahead and make that little note in. I want to throw that in there, but
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Rousey, will she continue to fight? I don't think she really has anything to prove.
Yeah.
I think she's a legend in her own right.
Yeah.
She's a mother now. She got a family. She got all that going on outside of the octagon.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I think she said, well, for let's get back to the value of it. The numbers are there.
Yeah.
A bag is there to be made, and why not? So,
Yep.
go ahead and you know
Yeah.
take care of that little business, and then she just goes back to back to motherhood and family. All the things she's been doing. So, I don't
Yeah.
think she's gonna. I don't think she's going to. Who knows? But if there's another bag to get that to be had, maybe.
Yeah.
But she's good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She
She's
good.
good to go. So
She
I don't.
good, man.
That's just my take on it.
Agreed. Agreed, man. So, won't be surprised if we see her, whether she fighting or whether she doing another medium in the very, very near future, knowing her.
Yeah.
Real quick, man. Real quick. Just WWE. I know you don't watch wrestling, man, but I know some of our folks do. But just real quick with this WWE, Brock Lesnar, he's back. Again, people thought he was retired and everything. He made a real big scene in the ring. I think he's still close to retirement. But uh, he snuck in the ring on Raw a couple nights ago, and over Femi is the new big guy in time. So wrestling always has a big guy, Andre the Giant, and
Yeah.
you know, Undertaker. He's always a big man, that kind
Hmm.
of run the roost. And so Brock Lesnar been
Hmm.
doing it for a long time. Like it's a good transition, good segue from MMA because he used to be in MMA. Well, he still is, but he's not active MMA fighter, of course. And so Brock, man, he loved damn age, man, for a wrestler. And so I mean, he's still muscular and everything, man. But look, you got this brother from I think he's from Lagos, Nigeria. And this brother Obafemi, he used to be
Yeah.
he broke records being a shot put guy for the University of Alabama. So he
Okay.
about, I don't know, man. He do about like 300 pounds. He got muscles on top of muscles, and he like strong, like real strong, like not just for show. So he can pick you up. I seen him pick up 200 some pound men and just throw him, man. Just throw him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's incredible. You got to see. It's just incredible. Never seen anything like it. So he's a big guy. Brock Lesnar comes in the ring, sneaks in behind the man, and kind of because he got this open challenge, and he didn't see him coming. Snuck in behind him, and got the best of him. And put some of his move. He got his finishing move called the F5, so he gave about 4 or 5 F5s, man. So I give Brock Lesnar credit for being able to pick up. He was struggling, man. He was struggling getting that big man over his shoulder. I mean, struggling. So I'm quite sure he might have a hernia or two after that. But Brock Lesnar not a small guy. He's not small.
He, no,
So
Brock
so Brock,
Lesnar is not a small guy.
he's not a small.
There's a big man, no doubt about that.
Well, he looks up to Obafemi. That's how big Obafemi.
Well, I
He looks
mean,
up to Obafemi.
well,
Obafemi just a
well, I mean,
monster.
considering, so
But
basically, you
that's
just
a
got two big
Bohemans.
men,
Two
in the
Bohemans. Yeah,
ring,
man. So but yeah, so if you can, man, you got some SummerSlam and some things coming up. Check it out. I'm hoping that Netflix gets a lot of this stuff, man, and it makes it a whole lot easier to kind of digest. Other than that's another thing that I like about going back to Jake Paul is all the fights that you saw were on Netflix. Well,
hmm
I forgot the other medium, but it was Netflix. And so if you already got Netflix, it's already paid for. So it's not like you
well,
got to go
yeah.
to a special pay-per-view.
Well, we talked about it before.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix they figured this thing out. So
Right.
they know they got the subscriptions there. So
Mm-hmm.
there's not a way to we want to pull any additional money from our subscribers.
Yeah.
How
Right.
can we
Right.
go
Right. Right.
about so they figured the thing out. They
So
figured that out.
right, and so it, even with the Tyson thing. So I think that modern day boxing needs to catch on instead of getting all these separate things going on. With Dan's got their thing, and somebody else got then it's all pay per view, something different. just put it on a platform that people have already subscribed to. If you gotta up it by $5 more a month, fine. But do that, and so people don't have to do special things to get to it, because fewer and fewer people are subscribing for these pay-per-views. People like, well, I just catch it on YouTube, because you're gonna always find somebody on YouTube that got it, and you catch
Yeah,
the
that
highlight.
well, that's the thing. I mean, you're right. I mean, like, even like Daz and they still doing the
Mm-hmm.
pay per view. You get the subscription, and then you
Play,
gotta, they still
yeah.
trying to milk. They trying to, and I'm pretty sure they're not nowhere near making the money they looking for doing that. I'm pretty sure of
They're
that.
not. They're not. They really aren't. So I think that's really the future of boxing and all this other stuff. I think that wrestling kind of messing up, but they trying to find their way back. With being on this ESPN platform, because because the thing about it, you already paying a subscription for ESPN, but you're like, okay, does that cover it? No, it's still pay per view, so you got to pay an extra in addition to your subscription
Yeah,
if
that's what
you
I'm
want to
saying.
get
Yeah,
some of that
additional
special
to your
stuff.
subscription. Right,
Right. So,
right. Yeah.
just figure that stuff out early on, because I don't want to have to go through all that stuff. But like, forget it. It's not worth it. And so I just go to the underground to see it, and do it that way. So real quick, man, we talked about it briefly. We touched upon it briefly last week. And we ain't gonna talk about a whole lot again tonight, but I just want to shout out to Doug Stewart, Two Live Stews, man. We listened to him for years, man. Those are my guys. And the Doug Stewart. And got a realization on this thing. If you've heard it, everybody's talking about it, ESPN, and everybody's kind of a little bit up in arms about the NAACP has gone public and is calling for a boycott of of top tier. They really targeting top tier athletes, but just athletes, black athletes at SEC schools or Southern, or let's just say red state schools that are in the SEC primarily in ACC. And so they want to boycott and say that, because of the gerrymandering and some of the rules and a lot of the policy and things that are going on by the politicians that affect their families, right? So the kids that are 4 or 5 star players that you root for every week, you know, uh, the policies and things and the gerrymandering and the representation is harmful to their communities where they come from. NWC picked up on it. And just boycott. And what that means, that don't mean automatically, okay, we not going to school or just go to an HBCU. Doug made a good point. Doug said, and credit Doug, because you're going to see it on Facebook, is that he said, look, they can go to a blue state school. They can go to University of Maryland. They can go to Syracuse. They can go to, Michigan. They can go anywhere in California, any of those schools, and get the same money. They get the same money they get, or more money than they were getting at Georgia. So you don't have to go. Let's just say if a kid, like, look, my kid ain't going to Georgia. He a running back, 4 5 star, might be starting. So I'm going to pull him, and we rolling out to the West Coast. And he'll start immediately. Alabama, LSU, all them kinds of schools, South Carolina, all your top, Clemson, all your top tier players. Florida got a slew of them. Miami that just went to a championship, all the key players that they have. Like, we gonna come up out the South, and we going to Michigan, we going to Minnesota, we going to Northwestern, we going somewhere that's that appreciates our contributions and who we are, and not trying to buy our integrity and don't care about who we are. And so thanks to Doug for making that point, because I think when it first came out, it was kind of like, well, what are they going to do? It's the money. Well, they ain't going to miss the money, because you're going to get the money from another school. It's just not in the Southern state. So what happens is that, you take these, let's say you go to Maryland and you get an influx of these kids that are going to these other schools. Virginia's another one, Virginia Tech, Virginia, all these other schools. Philadelphia, what's up there in Philadelphia? Penn State, Pitt, those kinds of schools. Still in the SEC, still in the ACC, but in a different region. And so if they paying more money or just as much money, it's like, the talent pool will tell the difference. And so you may get an athlete, but you're not gonna get them top tier athletes like you've been getting until you do right by the policy on the and the thing about it, everybody said, well, let's just separate the politics and the sports. Well, that's what you want to do, but the politicians want, look at LSU and how they got in all that business with that, and then get it. And so the more you try to separate it, the more politics. Look at Trump had a meeting about a month ago with Nick Saban and everybody else having this round table about how to improve the system, and so as much as you try to separate the politics and the sports, the more the politicians are kind of like putting their thumb into the cake. And so now we're here, and you can't just get involved when it's convenient. Either you in or you out. And right now the politics is kind of all the way in. And so that's the money. Just to reel it back in, just to talk about the money part of it. Kids don't have to lose any money. Now, maybe they want to stay home because it's closer to home and it's convenient. But these schools around here, man, Penn State will pay you whatever it is. Oh, who we got coming in? He from where? Wilder, Georgia, and he the number one recruit for defensive end. Now, you ain't got to play for Kirby Smart. Come and play for me. Who else Kirby got on that roster? No, y'all come on up here and play. I agree with what the NAACP is saying. Y'all come on here and play for me. Syracuse, come on down. Rutgers, y'all come on up here. Play for me. Come to Jersey and play for me. So when you look at it from that perspective, then you're like, oh, I ain't thought about it that way. And you're still getting paid the same money, if not more money, Hope.
Yeah, I mean, I think all that sounds great. I mean, I'm all for it. You know, I think at the same, I mean, if you look at like Indiana, Indiana just came out of nowhere and look what they did. You know, look at the talent they had. Um, so yeah, I think Indiana proved that you don't have to be on TV every weekend or to have
Yep.
the big games to win a championship. Because
Yep.
really, who really knew Indiana? Nobody. I mean, I'm just being honest.
Nobody.
I mean, you didn't get in there. They didn't get in the airtime here in the South. I mean, maybe when they
No,
played
none.
Penn State, that was about it. Because that's
And
everybody. That's national.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
then we finally know about them. But prior to that, I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. I'm outside. I know a little bit the quarterback, but the other players, I couldn't tell you anything about that team. So, but they had some talent there. Um,
If you got the talent, people, the
yeah, they
scouts
had some.
will come.
Yeah. So now that coach has put Indiana on the map, and let's see if they can do it again. It's
Right.
gonna be
No,
gonna be hard.
no, Notre
It's
Dame was
gonna be
another school
hard.
that's
Yeah,
already
yeah.
talented,
No.
but
So so
teams.
yeah, to your point. Yeah, to your point, Brad. You're right. I just don't. I think, and we talked about this. I just think the younger generation. I don't know how much of that. I'm not saying all, but whether or not they really put a lot of how important the importance of boycotting.
Well,
I
let
don't.
me go back to what
You
I'm
know.
going back. But let me go back to what you told me before the show, which was right on point. And you're like, shoot, once you graduate, shoot, your decisions are what? How you told me what? Once you graduate, your decisions count. You 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 own the track to manhood. You're not a child anymore. You in a transition at the most. At the least you in transition, but you in manhood now. And
That's right.
so, so you're making impactful decisions now. 18, 19, 20 years old. You're making impactful decisions. And you have to have the capacity to think broadly. That's what being grown folk is all about. And so
I
and
agree. No,
so
I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, yeah.
and so they're not just kids. You grown enough to count that money and start get a bank account, hold it and spend on. You make business transactions, spending on what you want to spend it on. So, you grown enough to kind of expand and think about worldly events and things that's important to your community where you came from and other things. You old enough
I
to have
no
that.
no I agree with that. I think I agree with that statement. So and let's let's
And
see how this all plays out. But
and
I
and
think
and it's not and for me, Hover, it doesn't have to just be black athletes. If it's a white athlete and he have the same beliefs, he can take his 5-star talent elsewhere too.
yeah
You
yeah
know, if you know, and that's what I'm saying. And so it's like if it's a movement, if it makes sense and people feel that kind of way about it, if it feel, then it can have a real huge impact on the economy of the game because billions of dollars flow through college football. Billions of
yeah
dollars
and
every
I
flow through it.
and I and I like the way you put that stamp on that last piece of it. That it's not just we don't want to just focus it as being a black thing, right? Or for black athletes. That has a part of it, but I agree with you. I think as well as any athlete, whether you're black, white, whatever the case, um, that should look into doing the same. So yeah, man, I agree with that big time. I
Yeah,
think but I understand the more emphasis where we're looking
yeah,
the point
yeah,
of the emphasis. But yeah, I agree with that though, definitely.
yeah, yeah. But I'm gonna come off that, man. I'm sure we're gonna talk about it a little bit more throughout the season because I think at least the discussion of it is gaining more momentum because I think it started with what's Ryan Clark. And it started with Ryan Clark, and it seemed like he was on an island by himself. And then other people started, celebrities and athletes, and everybody kind of started to pour in and say, "Hey, man, hold up, he's got a point. You don't have to agree or disagree, but he's got a point." No, he's and
Right,
then next thing you know, NAACP come right behind and said, "Hold up, we got you." And so ACLU, oh, we got you. And so it's like now it's a thing. And so that's where they start. You never know where they end, but
where it
you
ends.
just want to
Yeah,
you just want to make sure that you're doing the right thing because politically because they have implications on a whole lot of other things that surround it. That's why I tell people a lot of folks like, well, I'm not a political person. It's like, well, no, you don't have to be inside the CNN of it, but at the same time, it affects your quality of life every day.
right,
What you drink,
right.
what you see, what you smell, what you like, anything, the roof over your head, the bills you pay, the gas you put in your car, groceries, the cost of groceries, everything, and it starts locally. So I tell people, you know, somebody writes policy that controls all of that stuff. You ain't got to understand the technical of it, but you have to understand that the people who are responsible for that policy, you got to hold them accountable.
I
So
agree
that's
with that.
that's that's just my little 2 cents on that. Let me hop off of that. Look, man, Falcons, man, Falcons got this schedule release. And hope I got some takeaways, man. I ain't got everybody schedule, but I got just a few takeaways, man, on this stuff. And let me see, let me do bring Lou on, man. Let me bring
Yeah,
up
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and bring Lou on. Let
You
me
called,
bring up.
gentlemen?
Hey,
Oh
Luke.
man, Lou, what's going on with you, brother?
Yeah.
Good to have you, man.
Thanks.
Yeah,
So
good
what
to
what
have
what's the, what's with the jet schedule coming up, man? What say you? You surprised? You happy? You sad? What do you
Well,
guys?
being with the Jets, you never know. I mean, because they always think get hyped up, and then when the schedule comes and when the regular season starts, it's always a mess. Uh, I think they got a rough schedule. Got a rough schedule ahead. To be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah. So I see you guys got the NFC North this year. The Lions, Bears. Ooh,
Eesh.
that's that's
Yeah, I'm
that's
looking at the
yeah.
schedule.
That's
Yeah,
gonna be
You got
it's a
to
hard.
go.
little.
You got to go to Detroit. You have to go to Chicago.
Mm,
But it's in October, so that shouldn't be too bad. Uh,
yeah,
Yeah,
Patriots are the Patriots is regular game. Well, you got the Raiders, so they can't be too bad unless they get hot
it
all of
can't
a
be
sudden.
too bad. It's right.
yeah, it can't be too bad, but he's right though. Their schedule is
Woo! You gotta go to
it's
the Chiefs, man.
yeah,
Y'all gotta go and see about Kansas City, Lou.
yeah.
And the week
They got
and
some.
the week after you see the Chiefs, then you got the Bills. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, then you got the
Brutal,
bill.
man.
Then you got the Chargers. Ugh, yeah.
Ugh, that's brutal, man. I
Yeah.
mean, Dolphins are the Dolphins. We don't know what they're gonna do. Got
No,
Broncos coming up. Oh man, you got the Broncos in December, but that's home game. So I mean, yeah, it's home game.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah. Yeah, it ain't the most
ooh,
you got a few
ooh.
games here and there that's not too bad, but
That's a tough schedule, Lou.
yeah,
I
it's
ain't
kind
gonna
of a
lie to
tough
you.
schedule. Yeah, he right.
I'm trying to look at it,
Yeah,
man. I'm trying to look at it, trying
yeah.
to find some nuggets, man. But okay, good luck on that, man.
Yeah. So I am not
Look,
happy with the schedule.
I get it. Look, man. We all got something. Look, man. Let's talk about this just real quickly, man. The Falcons schedule. Uh, and so just a few takeaways. I'm not going through all of it, but Hover, we got the Steelers and the Ravens on our schedule. We have the AFC North this year on the schedule,
Yeah.
and we do not have a franchise winning record against either the Steelers or the Ravens, and the Steelers are our first game of the year. Uh,
No, it's not Jack.
yeah, it's the Lou. This is bad. So the
Yeah.
schedule's not doing us any favors either.
Yeah, man. That's the reason why I was saying with the Falcons, I just feel like, we definitely got to get that defense. We got to have that as our identity. I mean, you're talking about starting out with the Steelers. You got to come with some defense.
Well, we haven't done anything in the off season to improve defense
Right.
against the run because you got AV Terrell, AJ's brother, who is a pretty decent player. He's a starter, but the Falcons were number 24 against the run. We were 24th against the run, and we haven't done anything to improve that number, which means you got to get a day one starter, at defensive tackle positions. Your defensive end. Who knows what's going to happen to what's his name? Pierce Jr. And so, so he's on this 6-month program that they told him to do. A lot of the major charges have been dropped. And so the biggest question now is if you finish the program successfully, what will the NFL do in terms of discipline? Will he get 6 games or less, or what? So that's to be determined. But I said all of that because he's a pass rush specialist. The Falcons were one of the better teams against pass, which we were looking for pass rush. Got pass rush, but the defense can't stop the running game at key points when it's third and short or when it's fourth and short. Teams keep making that short yardage plays against us, and we can't stop anybody. And so it's too late to complain about it. Then we're not getting the players that you need right now. So that's kind of my biggest problem with the schedule because you're going to be facing teams with a pretty stout running game. I think during the first 5 weeks of the season, hopefully in the schedule, the Falcons going to play just one game at the 1 p.m. time slot, which I like. so I hate the 1 o'clock games. That's all we have is 1 o'clock games, man. What is that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, those 1 o'clock games. I know, right? Yeah.
Oh God, they was just like, okay, just get used to it. So we have a few cold weather games, which for Lou and the Jets. I know you guys don't, being in New York, man, it's like cold weather. It's football is supposed to be cold. So we expect football. So but in the South, it's like, and plus we're kind of like at a covered. Well, I mean, sometimes they have it uncovered. I don't know. It could be covered or uncovered, but when you go there and it's uncovered, you still don't feel like you're in an outdoor stadium. It just feels like you'll forever feel not necessarily like a dome, but a covered stadium. That's the best way to explain it. It's just a covered stadium. Right. Which is like, isn't that what a dome is? Yeah, but the Georgia Dome felt like a dome. It felt like you were playing inside. But there's still a kind of an outdoor feel in Mercedes-Benz, but at the same time with the outdoor feel of, you kind of got inside stuff too, because that's what it is, Hope. It's the temperature control. That's what it is. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, it's definitely temperature control. Yeah,
Yeah.
temperature control.
Yeah, so everybody's comfortable. The bad thing about it is when the guest team is comfortable. We don't want them comfortable. So got to figure that out. Here's the
Exactly.
big one, Hope. Here's the big one. The Falcons have 3 straight prime time games: Sunday, Monday, Thursday. 3 prime times, Hope. What you
That's
think
good.
about
I
that?
mean,
We got the
yeah, I think
Packers
that's.
prime.
Mhm.
We got the Packers. That's on Prime Video. That's in September. It's an away game. We have the Ain't. Oh, let me go back. Yeah, the Packers. We go to the Packers. We play the Aints, I think, and the Ravens. We go to Baltimore to play the Ravens. That was a Sunday night game. Yeah, that's a Sunday night game right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man. I mean, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. They got prime time games. Um, one thing about the prime time games, Lou probably can relate to this. Whenever your team has a prime time, it just feel like you're the only show. At that time, you know what I'm saying? It's like everybody eyes are glued in to see what your team is all about. It's almost feel like a big event for.
yeah,
So I like it. It just gives it gives you like a whole different excitement for the game. Then you just seeing it on Sundays every day.
yeah,
Right.
So I think it's great, man. The more primetime games, you can really make it a nice event out of it.
yeah. You just want to win those games, man. So
Well,
that's
the win, that's a whole nother.
yeah, right. So gotta win those games. So we have the Madrid game, Hober, and we play the Bengals in Madrid. And that's a 9:30 game. And so that's the only thing about these overseas games, and we got quite a few of them. We got more and more of them every year. Is you
Oh,
know, you gotta if you don't normally wake up early on a Sunday morning, that's
yeah.
one thing. Then you gotta make you eating breakfast and watching your team, and Lou the other
Yeah.
thing is if you're at church on Sunday and you got a 9:30 game. Either you make
Yeah,
the 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock service, or or you won't make it to church that day, or your phone's gonna be going off in church. You can be trying to with your head down, like, oh yeah, let's pray, let's pray, let's pray, and it's like like your head is down totally, like you're in deep prayer when you're actually watching the game. So and what's funny too is a lot of preachers that are a lot of ministers, preachers, whatever, that are football fans also. So with
Mm.
them watching football, they missing the game too. So they up there just like, oh, just don't tell me the score. I'm gonna watch it again. I got it on tape. I'm gonna watch it after service.
right,
So,
right.
but that those 9:30 games are kind of tough, guys.
They are.
Yeah, I agree with you. The 9:30 games, I for me, I just go ahead and just say, okay, they got a 9:30 game. I usually tell my wife, and then she like, all right, I'll go ahead and make you some nice breakfast.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's the thing, So having that nice breakfast. We like Lou. We have a place here in Atlanta called Gut Busters. Hope I don't know if you heard of
Okay.
Gut Busters. And
Probably not.
No.
so Gut Busters is exactly what it says. They only serve breakfast, but
Okay.
it's like homemade pancakes, big pancakes, man. Like homemade
Oh.
big plate full of pancakes. Give you a couple of those cheese grits, cheese grits, man. Homemade grits that are thick, eggs, bacon, if you want salmon, whatever, sausages, all of that good stuff, man. I mean, just nothing fancy, none of the fruity stuff, man. Just good old fashioned Southern breakfast. And so, that's something that we kind of look forward to for the NFL, at least the Falcons playing in the morning. So we like that's the first thing. Oh yeah, might as well just get some gut busters early in the morning and have that going on and eat that. So we look forward to that kind of thing. That's the good thing about you eat breakfast instead of the traditional tailgate food. So it's good stuff.
Right.
But the only thing about it, guys, is if you're a season ticket holder and then you see a home game that's played overseas, I don't know. Do the teams make any concessions for that? I don't know if they make concessions for that or not.
Gotcha.
Yeah, maybe the price or something, or at least give me a real good discount if I want to travel to that game, if it's my home game. And so if I got a discount, but at the same time, I also give me a discount on my tickets, but also give me a discount in terms of something. I don't know, my flight, hotel, something, but seating when I go over there, something. So I will hope so, because I would be pissed if every year I got a game overseas like Jacksonville. So the other thing, Hova, is we do not get a break after the Madrid game. So we play that Sunday morning, and we don't have a bye. We come right behind that and play the Chiefs at home. And that Bengals game is supposed to be a Falcons home game, but it's not. So they cheated us out of a home game. And then you come back and you play really home. And instead of getting a rest, well, at least you don't have to go on the road to play Chiefs. So Chiefs here.
Yeah, I'm back, Brad.
Yeah. So we don't get a break after the Madrid game. So we play the Chiefs at home. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I like that, but it is what it is. They're not giving us any favors. So this is the big one here, Hova, is the Falcons Saints on the anniversary of the Steve Gleason block punt. You remember that one, Lou?
I think I do.
So if you recall the year of Katrina, which was 2006, 9,
Yes.
something like that. And so the fact that the Saints were on the road, they didn't have a home to play in because the dome,
Katrina, yeah.
Katrina was messed, all that kind of stuff. So so their first home game back, they got the dome fixed and everything. The national television broadcast, everybody's there, everybody's showing Katrina videos, everybody's got tears and crying and everything, and so happy, blah, blah, blah. And they play the Falcons. So, so we're already the bad guy. Everybody wants the Aints to win. Okay, there's that. So it's already set up. And this guy, it was a 3-and-out, Hova. I remember it was a 3-and-out. The ball was on outside, 3-and-out. We going back to punt the ball, and boop, goddamn Steve Gleason comes through, man, and blocks the punt, man. They fall, they get taken in as a touchdown. And then the rest was history. They just plastered us that day, man. It wasn't quite as bad as the Super Bowl 28-3 thing, but it's up there.
Yeah, it's up there though.
It's up there. I'm gonna tell you, it's up there.
Yeah.
It ain't as that, but it's up there. That was a bad day. So at any rate, I just brought that up because the anniversary, I think, is January 3rd. I thought that game was going to be in New Orleans, but I think that's a home game, Hope. For us.
For us, okay. Yeah.
Which is great. Yeah. The 3rd. Yep. 1 o'clock game in Atlanta. Yeah. Well, that's good. At least it's out of New Orleans. So
yeah.
I'll take it. So real quick, guys. 2 early predictions, Hova. 2 early predictions for the Falcons. Penix will start in week what?
Oh man, that's That's a tough one, man. I'm gonna say if he can well the question is, Brad, do we think he's gonna be able to play? That's the question.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know.
You see,
I,
you know
I,
what I'm saying? Because if he can play, and when I say he can play, I mean like if he's playing preseason games.
yeah,
But if he's not
yeah.
doing anything in preseason, he's not going to start. So that's that's the thing.
Well,
So I
you're
put it
right.
this way. I put it this way. If he suits up to play in preseason, if they give him the okay to do it, which in my opinion, I don't think he's going to be. I don't think he's going to be playing preseason. That's just my opinion.
likely not.
Um, after that
Yeah.
injury, I just don't. I don't see it.
So when does
So
he
I'm gonna
start?
say. So I'm gonna say for me, just with all that, I'm gonna say week 0.
Oh, so he's not going to start.
Yeah, he's not starting at all.
Ooh.
Right.
What you
I'm just
think,
being.
Lou?
I'm
What you
just
got
being
on that?
honest, man. I mean, I don't.
I
I'll
think
agree with that.
okay. Look, it's funny because all three of us kind of saying the same thing. I, I I don't think he plays either, man. I think Tua gets this position.
Look,
I
look,
don't think they
man.
want to rush him
It,
back.
it. Look,
I
man.
think Tua gonna
It's
light it up.
to a job. It's to a job to lose. I'm just gonna be honest. It's to a
I
Yes,
job.
agree.
yes.
I agree. I agree, man. I think Tua loves playing in Atlanta, man. Every time he plays in that stadium, he lights it up. It going all the way back to Alabama. He came in as a freshman. We thought we had the game won. Boop, championship. Like it was nothing.
Man, here's
Miami
the
Dolphins
secret.
lit us
Man,
up for 4 touchdowns last year.
look, man. The secret is out. Tua likes playing in these type of stadiums. I'm just gonna be
Loves it.
honest. That's the
Loves it.
secret. The secret is he thrives in playing in these type of stadiums than the stadium outdoor stadium. He
He
plays
will light it
okay,
up.
but he loves playing inside. He like air even if he played in Arizona, any dome type stadium team, even the Cowboys. He loves that environment.
He loves it.
Um, so yeah, it's to a job to lose. I just don't see Penix. Like I said again, unless he prove now, if he could prove again, a lot has to take place. The first thing
Yeah.
is they have to give him the approval if he's okay to play. And
Yeah.
if they say okay, he can, then if we see him suit up in preseason and he's taking a few snaps,
Yeah.
we'll see. Maybe. But
Yeah.
I just don't see it. That right now,
Well, yeah.
I don't see it.
Well, they've already started OTAs. Falcons have, and so they're doing some 7-on-7s and that kind of thing. So he's doing some light work, just like Tua is, because everybody's still trying to get acclimated to the new system. They're trying to do all the installs as soon as possible, and so he's there, but with they don't want to rush him back with that kind of
Well, that's what
injury.
I'm
He's been
saying,
out already.
and that's understandable. That's the point. That's the whole thing. That's the big thing of this.
Yeah,
They're not going to rush him back. So, what week he starts right now is 0.
zero.
That could. I mean, during the season, anything possibly that could change. But at this
Yeah,
point, I'm going to say 0. You know,
I
but
agree.
I will say this real quick as far as the quarterbacks. They did pick up Jack Strand,
Yeah, big boy, big guy,
the big
big
dude.
quarterback.
I
Yeah,
am
big guy.
curious to see.
Big
I'm
man.
not saying I'm not saying any bells and whistles going to happen, but I'm curious to see what he looks like, though. I'm
You
curious to
gonna
see.
see him? Oh, your curiosity will be solved in preseason. You will see. You will see him play. Definitely,
So
game
we'll
one.
see.
Game one,
So
you will
we'll
see him
see.
play.
So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see,
You will
and
see.
we'll see how that goes. But
Yeah,
if he does ring the bells and whistles, in preseason, and Tua may be stinking up the joint. I don't know, but I mean, I know that's a whole lot of talk, but
Hey,
we'll see.
we'll see. We'll
We'll
see.
see.
So, real quick, man, we talked about it earlier. The defense will be above or below 24. What that means is, in terms of our defense against the run, would it be ranked above or below 24, Hope? So we kind of touched on it early in the show.
If the defense above or below 24, you mean as far as
Mm.
points?
No, stopping the run is in terms of their rank. This defense was
Oh,
ranked
as
number
far as their
24.
rank. Oh,
Yeah, they were ranked number 24 against the run. Would they be above or below that?
man, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say above. I'll give it above.
And Lou, what say you, man? I'm bringing Lou into this, man. The Falcons were ranked number 24 against the run. They really didn't make any key acquisitions on defense to kind of help that out. You think you're right. So you think the Falcons are gonna stay at 24 or be above or below that ranking?
I think that when you put it's going to be below. I mean, they really screwed the pooch on this one.
Yep, yeah. I'm with
Screwed the
Lou.
pooch.
I'm with Lou. They screwed the pooch on this one in the offseason. So I think Falcons gonna be 28 and they're gonna be desperate to get a defensive tackle next year.
Screwed the pooch.
Well,
Yes, sir.
I'm being the optimistic person here, but
Hey, yeah.
I definitely, but at the end of the day, I do totally understand you, both of y'all viewpoints on that.
Yeah. So Bleacher Report has the Falcons finishing the season 5-12. So 5 games, over. Will the Falcons win 5 games, or would it win more or less, or be at 5?
You know, I mean, I want to still stay optimistic about my saying about the defense, but here I think at this point I'm just going to be realistic. So being realistic for the realists, I'm gonna agree with the Bleacher Report.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Bleacher
I never
Report.
trusted Bleacher Report.
Yeah. So, well, all right, we coming around to you now, Lou. Do the Falcons win 5 games, or did it win more than 5 games, or did it win less than 5 games?
I'll say they'll be just at 5.
At 5, yeah. I think I'm going above 5. I think the Falcons will be 6-11. So, so not a whole lot about just the game.
How about 5, 11, and 1?
Yeah, well, that may work. That's realistic too.
Yeah.
I mean, look, your coach is coming from somewhere else. You got new installs. You're trying to learn a new system. That didn't happen overnight. You don't have the best of players. You sign a lot of $1 million contracts on a show me
You
contract.
don't have to. Maybe you should.
Yeah, it would be a season of transition. Yeah, it'll be a season of transition. So look,
And
guys.
one thing for me too is we talked about it. This head coach, I mean, he's gonna have to prove to me, man. I'm still. I mean, I know what he did, with Baker, and I get it, but he had Myles Garrett, and he had some things in place to kind of offset some of those flaws.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. So he got to show. He really got to show me, Brad. He got to show me, because that was some questionable play calling going on with that guy. So we'll see, man. But anyway, I'm gonna get off that.
I agree. I'm with you.
I'm just gonna say he had some questionable play call, and I didn't watch a lot of Cleveland, but I tell you what. But anyway, so we'll keep that. I'll get off my soapbox.
I agree. 100%. He got it. I'm not from Missouri, but he gonna have to show me. Uh, look. So look, basketball, real quick, guys. None of the teams we picked going to the NBA championship on the Eastern side, Eastern Conference, made it. So I chose the Celtics, and y'all chose the Pistons. All
Okay,
of them
we
gone.
suck.
And OKC, I don't know. They hanging it, San Antonio's giving them all that they can handle, man. So look, guys, let's talk about this Wemby versus the MVP SGA, man. So OKC has got a good little lead on right now, but they lost game one at home in overtime.
Well,
And
look.
Wemby, yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
look at it this way.
Mhm.
Let's put it this way. If you could blow a 22-point lead, which you got kind of on to the fourth quarter, and then collapse, anything can happen.
And thing it happened, they had a lead. They had a good lead, and they just when and Wemby hit that 3-pointer, man, that just was just huge, man. I mean, this guy's got all kinds of
The Knicks
skills.
within 10 with 5 minutes to go. I'm like, hey, maybe something's gonna happen here.
We about to head to the Knicks. We about to get there. We about to get there, but I want to have the OKC first.
Okay.
I want to have the OKC first, so because I think you got the MVP in SGA, that did not really have his, I don't know, best game, but it ain't because, it's because defense pressure was applied. And so basically San Antonio's best player went against OKC's best player. You had the MVP versus the runner up for MVP. I think Wemby was like number 3, 2 or 3. He was 2 or 3 because I know Jokic. Yeah, was number 2. Yeah, he was Wemby was number 3, but he was in the mix. And so, look, man, Wemby's a problem. He's a huge problem. And you got these other guys around him. I'm watching it right now. You got these other guys, Castle and all these other guys, man. And you had Fox on the bench. So Fox didn't even play and they won the game. So I mean, is OKC in trouble, guys? Or what you think? Let me start with Lou and go to Hobo. So Lou, is OKC in trouble or
in trouble? No, of course not. Look, I wouldn't expect this to be a cakewalk for either team. These are the two best teams, not just in the conference but in the league. And it's not going to fight. Okay, so OKC's slipping a little bit, but the Spurs, I think people are underestimating because they've also been able to beat the Thunder this year.
Yeah.
So I wasn't surprised with this at all. I would not be surprised if this goes to a 7-game series.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing in this series is really going to surprise me whatsoever.
Gotcha. So let's stay on that, Lou. So who's gonna win this and in how many games?
You mean the series or just this game here?
The series.
OKC 7.
Okay. All right. Hobo, what you got in this series? Who you got and how many games and why?
I think I'm gonna go Spurs in 6.
Possible. It's possible.
That's possible. Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, I got a Spurs in 6. I mean, you've been talking about it. The man with the last name with W, Wemby. I mean,
Wemby.
Oh yeah.
That guy. Yeah, he's. I mean, I'm looking at it now, and he is definitely changing the whole dynamic of what's going on with the game right now. I mean, they were.
Yeah.
As soon as you think OKC is pulling away, he got something to say. So
he got something. Yeah.
He got something to say about it. They got some young guns on there, man, that can shoot the rock. So I like the Spurs, man. I think the Spurs in 6, man. That's the way I look at it. What you say?
I put Lou on this one. I think they're not the champs for nothing. So if they can stay relatively healthy, and I think they're deep. I think that's why they've gone so far. Is OKC is just really deep. So I'm going OKC 7 in this one, man. I could be wrong, but I'm going OKC 7. But I would not be surprised to see San Antonio win this game because Wemby is a problem.
Wemby, hey, Brad, and we talk about this. You know, we always talk about having that extra, that dog.
Yeah, he got it.
Wemby got it, man. Wemby, you can see. You know, a lot of times, maybe think back when I used to watch Jordan when he played. You know, his presence alone, but he had that mental game too, man, where he one thing when you watch the Bulls, you always knew they went out of a game. So, and that's how I feel about this Spurs team. Even with that guy, I don't feel like they're ever out of a game with that guy. He's got that dog in him, no doubt about that.
He got that in him, no doubt about that. So, guys, let's move to this Knicks Cavs game. Because I know Lou had a couple of things to say about this because the Cavs are up by 22 late, double digits late, and you lose the game. I mean, what the I mean, on one hand you got the biggest choke, and on the other hand you got the biggest historical comeback. So, Lou, what say you on this matchup so far in Game 1 with the Knicks and Cavs?
Holy mackerel! First of all, I mean, at the half it was pretty close though because it was like pretty much even. Then the Cavaliers were trying to show some muscle and were just embarrassing us in our home court. I go, this is gonna be miserable. I mean, going into the fourth quarter was like we almost stand a chance. Then tables just turned with starting at the 8-minute mark of the fourth quarter. When it got to 10, when it got down to 10, like under 5 minutes, like, well, it's possible. It's difficult, but it's possible. And then as it was making turnovers after turnovers, and the Knicks would score up, like, hey, wait a second here. I think we see something here. And then when they tied the game up, I just went absolutely nuts. Like, they tied that game. Holy man.
Yeah. It was huge, man.
4 points and winning the game overtime. Like, that has to be probably the greatest choke I've seen in playoff history.
Yeah, that was big. I mean, that's up there with, you go back to the 3-1 lead that Golden State had over Cleveland. And,
that was
but the thing with Draymond and all of that, then they took him out. I mean, if Draymond was in that game, man, they didn't, was overzealous and just okay. Then I think they find a way to pull that out because Draymond was a real big piece in that. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. Fix was in on that. I'm sorry, but but going back, but yeah, that was a huge collapse by Cleveland, man. Huge collapse by Cleveland, Hover. I don't know if you caught that last.
But listen, I mean, both of you guys. I mean, let me. Here's my analysis, man. I mean, Cleveland, they got Donovan Mitchell. They got James Harden. Now, Brad, we talked about Harden. We talked about we talked about how hard we talked about Harden. Well, one thing I'm not knocking Harden during the season. You got during the season, Harden is the man. He, you know what you're gonna get.
Yep.
He's great for the season, but he's not. He's just not it for the postseason, bro. It's just
not what
he's not a postseason guy. He's great for the season. He's great for the season. But when it comes to postseason, man, he's not the guy. I mean, what I saw. There you go, Lou. What I saw, this is when they got in overtime, when Cleveland needed when they needed Harden.
Yeah.
Missing in action. You didn't get it. Matter of, you didn't get nothing. Right? So Brad, so here it is. They're not going to win this series. I mean, I'm not even. I'm just being straight up. I just until Harden can prove me wrong, he might get them one game, maybe, but they're not going to win the series, man. That guy, I don't like to poo-poo on him, but that just we talked about it, Brad.
So
Harden.
let right.
Where was Harden? Where was he? You tell me. Where
Yeah,
was he?
I mean, that's his MO. You know, they went at it, and that's his MO. I mean, the key should be
And they did the right. They did the
quarters.
right thing. They did the right thing. I mean, you take him. That's it.
Yeah, then I would just put him in there for 3 quarters and take him out, man. Somebody else got to come in here and get it done. But that ain't what you're paying him.
But what's the question is who though? Who else? They don't have. I mean,
who else?
I mean, unless you just call the play like, look, man, you be a decoy, and I'm gonna need. They gonna think you gonna take the shot, but I'm gonna need you to give that shot up. Give it up to somebody.
I don't know, man. I think you said it best. They paying him the money to shoot.
Yeah, but he's not, you know, that's his MO. He ain't gonna make the shot in the fourth. He's not. So I'm paying him for it, but he's not. And so,
like I said, man, he's great for the season. I already,
Yeah, I agree, man. So I'm like, look, man, let's get this done in a different kind. So why we at it, man? So let's just go and put it out there. Who gonna win and in how many games?
I think I'm gonna go ahead and say I think the Knicks. I think the Knicks, and I'm gonna go with Jordan, man. The Knicks in 5. I think. Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm not even playing with that.
Don't even play with it. Don't even play with it.
Yeah.
Lou, who wins this series and how many games? Knicks and how many? I know you got the Knicks. How many games Knicks gonna win it in?
Knicks in 5. And all I can say is, go New York, go New York, go.
Yeah.
I know, right? Go New York, go. Exactly.
I want to say the Knicks in 4. But I want to say.
But you know what? It's possible. It's possible. It's very possible.
You know, because I don't have any. I got Nick. All of us got Knicks in 5. So I think 5 is reasonable.
The blunder. I mean, you have to give the Cavaliers 1 game at home.
That's true. You're right, Lou. That was
they can win. They can win at home. You're right.
Yeah, Harden plays better at home anyway.
Harden, right, he does. He plays best at home. He gonna give you that at home, but then after that, then it's it's all said and done. So I agree with that. Yeah,
he'll give you that. I agree. I agree. So look, with that, guys, we're gonna dig in and watch the rest of these games, man, and see what happens. And there may be an upset. Yeah. So Lou, take us home, brother.
All right. Before I say that, I'm like, hey. Somebody might be funny, but maybe he's got something to say. All right. So next on this week's video, Screw the Pooch, aka the Enhanced Sports Show. We'll continue with the conference championships as we're now deep in the postseason here. You gotta love it. We'll cover the NHL and the NBA championship games. We'll also talk some MLB baseball. NFL news, of course, as the offseason continues to make news. We'll recap the PGA Championship and the Preakness. And once again, my horse did not come in. What else is new? WNBA, the other football league, which, UFL. Happy? Sure.
Yeah.
Also, of course, your thoughts and comments. We'll do some WWE and UFC as well, because I think there's a big event this week. So Steve will carry that. Also, your thoughts and comments. This Dayton sports history, the ridiculous sign of the week, which I got one for sure. Sports trivia with my significant other. And an inspiring story that I'm sure that you're all going to enjoy hearing if you can call in. So remember, the number is 512-543-4662. Again, 512-543-4662. Saturday afternoon, 46. And remember, guys, that's East Coast time, so keep that in mind, of course.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget to like and share the page. And always remember, we're on Facebook Live.
Awesome.
All right. Awesome.
That's much being Facebook dead.
Yeah. All right, Lou. Thanks a lot, Lou.
Thanks, Lou.
I don't have my Facebook contact page is dead.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining the Brand Hope Show. Until next week, speak on it.
Speak on it.